All right, good morning, everybody. It is 20 after 10. Being gone from the shelter, hour and a half. I've done covered over 3 miles, and I thought I was on the summit of Unaka, but Gut Hook says I got another half a mile. But it kind of looked like it from what I remember of it. But I want to show you kind of the top of the mountain. All pine forest, so it's all kind of dark and dingy at times. Sun doesn't penetrate through much, but there's the trail northbound where I just come from, and then southbound the direction I'm going. So it's been a good morning. It's nice and cool standing up here on top of the mountain, but I can already tell it's gonna be a nice warm day. So already making good time. So that's a big plus. So may film again when I get to the top of, actually get to the summit. Cause like I say, I thought I was there, but says I got another half a mile. So we'll see. All right, made it to another half a mile, another 15-minute walk from where I was at just a few minutes ago. And we are now at the summit of Unaka Mountain. Not much to see, just a super thick pine forest. Elevation 5,182 feet. So this is the high point of my trip, highest I'll be. So for the most part, should be a downhill hike from here. And I'm sure there's a few little climbs here and there, but overall the highest point is over with. So just thought I'd show the top. Again, not much to see, but it is it's just neat, I guess. You know, I guess if I was at these trees, it'd probably be one hell of a view, but regardless, it's time to head off the other side. All right, we have finally hit the bottom of Unaka Mountain. It is 11:30. This is Beauty Spot Gap. I thought it was Deep Gap, but Gut Hook says it's Beauty Spot Gap. But anyway, here's where I camped in 2009 when I done my section hike through here. I guess growed up a little bit since I was here then. But there is a good reliable water source, pipe spring right down that Blue Blaze Trail, so a good place to get water. The road here is, this Forest Service road is Unaka Mountain Road, which will take you by Beauty Spot, which will be there in about 1.3 miles, and then takes you on up across the mountain. Drove it about 2 years ago. It's interesting if you're in this area, doing some day hiking around Erwin, come up and make the drive. So, gonna take a quick break, take a little snack, then we're gonna head on to we'll head to Beauty Spot from here and take a lunch break there also. All right, well, it's a little before 1, sitting on Beauty Spot. Been here since about 12:30, and had a little lunch, chilling out, just checking out the views, which I'll show you here in just a minute. GPS says we've been 21.1 total miles, so it means we're just shy of 10 miles to Erwin. So it being just 1 o'clock and pretty much a downhill go at it from here. May just try to make it all in one day. But after 21 miles, thought I would talk about my shoes. I've already punctured a small hole, but it ain't all the way through. But so far so good. Working out well. Might could use an insert maybe. bottom of the feet. I mean, they don't hurt, but just feel like it could be a little more cushion there to them. So, so I may see about maybe like a Dr. Scholl insert or something to kind of help out. And also, my new thing I talked about yesterday was the Gut Hook app, and loving it. Been having my phone on airplane mode so I don't try to receive emails and all the BS that's going on in the real world. So you don't have to have a signal or anything for it to work. It must work off of like I guess like a GPS, sort of like my GPS does. Tells you where you're at, distances to certain places. So definitely enjoying the new technology that I'm kind of diddle-daddled into. But let me show you the view from the beauty spot here. Hang on just a second. All right. We're kind of straddling North Carolina-Tennessee line on top of the mountain here. But here's the view east into to North Carolina. Not sure what peaks we're looking at here. I think maybe one of these big balls back this way, maybe right there is actually what they call Big Bald, which the AT runs across. And looking down into Tennessee, into Erwin. Down there's a parking lot, like I say, you can drive to here off the Unaka Mountain Road. So if you're ever in the Erwin area, it's definitely worth the drive up over to the mountain. Check out the scenery. When I was here, passed through here that morning, which would be Memorial Day 2009, it was very foggy. Couldn't see anything. I could barely make out that there was actually a truck sitting in that parking lot. And then I was here about 2 years ago, April of 2016. And then of course, obviously the mountain I've spoke so much about is Unaka Mountain that we come across earlier today. And the trail heading north. And we'll be heading south. About 2 miles according to Gut Hooks. I'm 2 miles from Indian Grave Gap, which is the next major road crossing. And it looks like it's all downhill to it. Not sure there may be a short climb up out of it, then it'll be all downhill to Erwin. So anyway, beauty spot. I'll show you this view here where they've cut the power lines through. Not the most scenic view, but if it wasn't for the power lines, there probably would be no view. So, yes, just gotta take what you can get. We're 6/10 of a mile from to Indian Grave Gap, so should be there in about 15 minutes. All right, we're at Indian Grave Gap. It's 20 after 2. North Carolina, Tennessee border. Right after the guardrail is entering North Carolina. I'm sort of standing in Tennessee. This is the road to Beauty Spot. It's called Beauty Spot Gap Road, and it turns into the Unaka Mountain Road. Got some parking for day hikers. There is the trail heading south. We're about 7.5 miles from Damascus and about, 3.5 to the shelter. So, been texting with Becky. Probably going to be heading on in and calling this a trip today. So, some other hikers here fixing to head out. All right, it's about 4:30. We are at Curly Maple Gap Shelter. And as you can see, this used to be one of the old block shelters, just like I stayed in at Cherry Gap last night. Actually, when I passed by here in 2009, it was still the old block shelter. And I think it's in either that year or in 2010 that they come in and tore it down and built this double-decker structure. We've got about 4 miles to Erwin. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go on in. I got plenty of daylight, and just call the trip an end. See if I can get hold of Becky and let her know so she can be heading that away. So we've been approximately 27 miles total. My GPS battery died about 15-20 minutes ago. Kind of sucks. I guess the rechargeable battery must be getting weak, because it should have lasted a lot longer than that. So next time I'll be carrying some alkaline batteries with me. Lesson learned. So we'll take a quick break here, kind of rearrange my pack, and then try to get a hold of Becky and start heading to Erwin. All right, we've made it to Erwin. Maybe about 15 to 20 to 7. Crossing the Chucky River. Up here's Uncle Johnny's. And there is my wife Becky. So this trip has come to an end. So until next time, be safe hiking.